Good morning everyone, and welcome to tutorial number 7 of the Roughhouse Arnis syllabus. Try and keep these things into little bite-sized pieces so you can train them through the week and then keep on adding them to the bits that you've already sort of been working on or you already know. This week I've got so many things that I want to show you. I'm going to try and keep it limited down. There are 3 key things I want to show. Firstly, I want to show a basic block so we can start to add basic blocks into our pattern footwork. I also want to add a basic change in direction within the footwork, so again we can add that to what we already know. And then I'm going to add a simple 4-beat drill, which is drill number 6 in the RHA syllabus. So without further ado, I'm going to put one stick down because it's just simpler to explain for the minute. There are lots of different ways of blocking and people talk about lots of different things. This is just mine. Stick with the one you know, the one that you prefer, the one you feel secure with, because that's the most important thing. If you are blocking a strike from any weapon, that you've got to feel secure about what you're using. For me, a very simple catch-all block is the upward rising block. This is where the stick literally sweeps up across the whole of the spectrum. So it's kind of, you can say, should it be at this angle, should it be at this angle, anything else. Do you know what, at the end of the day, under pressure it'll hit where it hits, but I would look to have it reasonably square. And you notice one of the things I'm doing is, as I'm pushing the block up, is I'm not leaving my hand on the stick. There's a couple of reasons for this. One is, I found if you leave your hand on the stick, fingers pointing forward, I get caught, and that hurts a lot. Especially if you're going full force with a live stick, and I certainly wouldn't want to do it if there was a blade involved. But some people keep your fist together, whatever, take the blow, got gloves on. There's lots of different arguments, but for me what you should be looking at is to throw the stick up in the air. So it's not receive, so therefore I'm receiving, I'm actually attacking the blow as it comes down. So if there's a downward strike in this plane, or even if it comes at some of the angles, I'm throwing that up and this hand is released. Now you notice straight away I'm not pulling this hand back to me because I want to throw it up and actually deliver it. So you can look at throwing and delivering an actual strike. If we put that into the concept of having 2 sticks, if I'm going to throw it up, I'm going to have this stick available now to advance into whatever the person is doing. So I'm looking, if we just go from basics here, I'm throwing up, yeah, and what I did slightly wrong there is I didn't actually put this stick to throw with it. This is almost what you should be looking at trying to achieve. So throw that up, here you can move in. You can do it with defensive footwork, you can do it with aggressive footwork. Doesn't matter, it depends on what is happening, what the environment is. I could be looking to throw it here and I'm changing direction. I could be looking to throw it here and change direction here. All of these things just come together. So what I'd like you to do is just again think about your clockwork footwork. You should always go back to basics and add elements into basics. So we can basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, and so on in your footwork. You notice there what I've done, and I'm just going to keep it again bite-sized pieces. It's the right stick which is receiving or doing the attack on the as a defence. It's not the left. It could equally be here, but for the time being we'll have right stick leading. No matter what happens, the right stick is doing it. Yeah, so if we go back, defensive, aggressive, it's the right stick which is taking the actual blow. Put that down to another concept. If we're using a blade, personally I never want the side of a blade on. Side of the blade's the weakest part of the structure on most weapons, or most bladed weapons, because of the way the grains in the metal work. So hitting it on the side is like to bend it or fracture it. Equally, I don't really want to take my weapon out of the action. So again, throwing up, I can move this forward. Throwing it up, I can move this forward. So the whole idea is I attack in defence and push forward. Okay, so that's just some basic ideas. So change it around. Use double stick, use stick and hand, use stick and knife. You can move on even further. Look at the concept of blocking here. By using the actual arms, so someone's coming down, you can move here, move through, you can move to the side, move through, you can move here, move through. Play, but add it to your basic footwork. So that's the footwork side, well sorry, that's the defensive side of what I wanted to look at today. In terms of basic footwork, again, I like to always pick up 2 sticks when we're talking about this because this is our base start point, is having 2 weapons. What I want to add in is a nice simple turn. So with our clock footwork, remember, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we go on to 2, 3, 4, 1 and so on. With this, I just want to add a simple basic turn. So we go 1, I'm going to turn. This changes my complete direction by 90 degrees, but really looks at me controlling an area. Come back to neutral, just for basics. Go to 2, turn. Come back to neutral for basics. 3, turn. Back to neutral. 4, turn. Back to neutral. And we go 2, turn. Back to neutral. 3, turn. Back to neutral. 4, turn. Back to neutral. And so on. The whole point of this is being able to change the direction of what's happening at any one time. So let's just add that to a nice simple drill for beginning, which is a single strike. So we'll start with lead foot, lead hand. 1, turn. As you can see, it's almost begging for me to put the second weapon out. We go in 2, sorry, I should have struck. 2, turn. 3, turn. And then basically 4, turn. Add it in as a simple control. So you can just look at doing, even if you go back to 2, and you hit it struck with this hand, 2, so I've struck, yeah, as I've struck, and then turn the hips even further. Just notice on the defensive one, as you hit, you naturally want to turn anyway. It's a natural feel. So you remember back on 3, it's actually turning with the weapon. And to explain that, trying to explain that better, here I'm turning as I draw the weapon back. Whereas if I actually do it, so with the right foot, right hand, I'm actually drawing the weapon with me. If that makes any sense at all, I hope it does. So that's just a basic element to add in to all your drills. So that's your single, double, alternate direction, alternate hands. And remember from last week, the 3-point drill, which is drill number 5. 1, 2, 3, turn, come back, or 1, 2, 3, come back, or 1, 2, 3, come back. So you can actually start to look at a rotation and where you're playing within the field. So that's the first 2 parts. That was a simple block, the simple turn, and now we're going to add a simple 4-beat drill. And what you'll notice is that simple turn comes into play with this 4-beat drill. It's drill number 6 in the RHA syllabus. It's a nice simple one. It's 4 simple beats. 1 strike high, 1 strike low, 1 strike high, 1 strike low. But we'll add it into the clock footwork straight away. So we hit number 1 and 2. Those 2 beats are angle 1 and 8. I'm then going to step again and hit the opposite 1 and opposite 8 and come back to neutral. So let's just go through that again. 1, 8, opposite 8, sorry, opposite 1, opposite 8. Then we're going to step to this side, opposite 1, opposite 8, step 1, 8, back to neutral. Then we're going to step back with the right leg, hit 1, 8, step back, opposite 1, opposite 8, back to neutral. Then into 4, 1 opposite, 8 opposite, 1, 8. Come back to neutral. As with all of these, the timing of the striking is entirely down to you. Practice all. Try hitting 1 and then stepping. Try hitting on the step try hitting one and turning. This gives you your next shot and turning. So you've now got different angles in which to add the aspect, but the simplicity is all the same. So 1, 8, opposite 1, opposite 8. And you will notice with the aggressive footwork, that turn is almost important, because really an 8 shot with a leg forward is difficult. It's almost an upward shot because I've got my leg here. So I would be looking to hit through here, as opposed to trying to hit necessarily straight ahead. However, with passive footwork, it glides quite well because the leg is not obstructing the view. So I can hit the opponent and hit up, and then step, hit the opponent and hit up. I can still turn. Each time the sticks come back to your shoulders or come back to a position here. With this drill, it's looking to flow through back to the shoulder. Nice and simple. Ended tutorial number 7. I hope there's plenty of snippets there for you to play with. And by all means, on the YouTube or Facebook page, drop any questions that you might have. Thank you very much.